Okay. Thirds, sixths, and tenths are the same two notes, just played a little differently. So E to G sharp is a third. But G sharp to E is a sixth. And if we went from E, rather than this G sharp, the G sharp's an octave higher, that's a tenth. Because your octave is the E here, F sharp is the ninth, and then G sharp is the tenth. A minor tenth would simply be ninth, minor ninth. It's a very dissonant interval octave. Those are called compound intervals. So your assignment this week is to learn your parallel tenths in E using this E and that G sharp, which are much more convenient. Fingered kind of like six on the minors, but differently on the majors. I like to use my third finger always on the G string, except for here. So the assignment is to contrast sixths, thirds, and tenths in E. You should do them down too, but I'm going to cut out the descent for time's sake. Thirds. It's one of the stranger features of music that these are the same note pairs. Just spaced or voiced differently. So now, last thing, do 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. In sixths, thirds, and tenths. And just to show that you really know it, repeat the exercise in A. Okay. Nothing new scale-wise. Still do your E minor blues 2 octaves and your your active E 2 octaves. I'll repeat that since it's newish. Okay, let's get into the solo here. So we have the first half, which I'll play briefly. Okay, here's where we stopped. Now you're sliding on the G string and then playing a sixth. And sliding back. So it's... Then you hammer on 5 to 7 and bend and grab the high E string. And then reverse. Again. And then the next one's very easy, a bunch of pull-offs. So if I put those three together, I get... Back to 5 on the D string, hammer on to 7 and play the tonic twice. Again. And you pick the D string up with your ring finger and then move up the octave scale. 3 times, 5, 7, again. Make sure to slide on 2. And then the third one, you resolve it to the 10th fret. Now we're hammering on and going to the high C. Again. Okay, now there's the weird lick where he bumps the open B string and then bends the high E at 15. Again. Then back to position, reverse bend at 10. Again. That's the solo, and then a couple into the mystic tricks. 1, your C is voiced the same way, 1, 3, 5, as this C. just an octave lower. So any lick that you like, you should be able to transpose in theory. So one lick was that James Taylor setting one that went So if I put this down here, it becomes pinky on the D string. It's nice to play it very literally first, like that, on the 5th and 4th strings. And then expand it to kind of bump into all the other strings. The other one was a sus2, this kind of sound like. So that's just getting rid of that second finger and leaving it out. First one. Second one. You get the idea. Anything else that you really like, you can just mess with this pinky and then the second finger off, doing all this sus4, major, and sus2 kind of moves. Improvising some, playing his when you want to. And then we decide on the E minor, you could get this high melody on the first string only. You can figure this a number of ways, so whichever suits you. F, just hit whatever you do. And then we discovered that on the G, you could take your double octave, the low and the high G, and just start moving up the scale. Because you have a chord here, 4, 3, 2, a G chord. Can't get away with this with most chords, which is why G is pretty sweet. Keep going, build up emotion. Okay, one more time. E minor.